Hi there, my name's Tim and this is the first in a series of videos showing how I'm building a garden room, which is going to be like this one on the right, the grey one. I've just built this, it's the first of two, and I'm going to be wiring it up with electricity and using it for my work. And whilst I was building the second one, I thought I'd share a few tips and tricks and share my story about how I built this whole thing. So the first trick is actually probably one of the most important things, which is how to dig and level the ground, which is probably the first thing that you want to do without doing your backing, which I have already done. Here I've got two tools, normal sort of spade, shovel, and this thing, which I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's kind of like a spade which has been bent almost at a right angle. And the idea is that first of all, dig down to sort of make square cubes with this one, and then the bit that really does your back in is when you'd normally scoop that up and lift it. But instead of using this tool for that, this is where this one comes in, because you can get it underneath by kicking it here and then lifting it straight up. It's much better for your back, as I'm going to demonstrate. So, just going straight down one. I'm also sort of moving the earth a little bit as I go along, so it comes off nice and easy. Okay, like that. Probably do a few of those, like a whole row, before I pick up this tool. Give it a good kick. And then you get a nice bit of earth. Takes a bit longer doing it this way, slightly, but if you factor in all the time that you're going to be having to take breaks and all the injury time, it's actually a much quicker way in the long run. So there you go, there's a tip there. Another thing, I'm going to just turn the camera around. Yeah, another thing which I've had some success with is using a piece of string that I've measured with a spirit level. I've tied it onto a stake in the ground, a bit of old wood, and that gives me an idea of where my level is. So on my spade I've made a bit of a mark. You can see that this is sort of my mark. It's not very clear, but I know that that is how deep I need to go. So when I put the spade in, you can see that the string roughly comes up to that mark, and that way I'm not digging too deep or too shallow as I go along. Alright, so there you go, there's video number one. Looking forward to making the next one. We've got a little friend. Oh, he's just flown away. He's come around looking for worms, which is one of the nice things of doing this job in the winter. You do get a few robins coming down, getting very close to you, so it's quite a nice thing to have a bit of company. And also the other thing, it's now January. You've got no problem at all with overheating. Like the beating sunshine can be really make this job a lot harder. So we've been pretty lucky. It's about 7 degrees Celsius today, so I think this is sort of perfect temperature really to get this job done. So yeah, sometimes it can get a bit too cold, sometimes a bit too wet, but generally speaking this is an ideal time of year, especially when it's been as mild as it has been.